Hi, this is Snapdiv, the easiest way to monitor websites. You can configure monitors and you'll be notified straight away when there are changes in these websites. So once you get into snapdiv.com, you can create an account or log in. So I'm just logging in here, and this is the main page. As you can see, there is nothing set up. So let's create a monitor, which is simply configuring a website. So first, you have the title, which will be an identifier for example, when you're on the previous page or when you receive an email. So then we can set up an URL. I am picking up here Hacker News because I know that it changed quite often. So let's say I want to know what is the order of the news there. Then you select an interval. So for Hacker News, I can say I want to check every hour, but it goes from 30 minutes to a daily checkup. Finally, for most people would end up in the email recipients. It will use the one that you use to log in, but you can put more, separating by comma values if you want. And if your website, if you know a bit of CSS selectors, you can specify a specific CSS selector here. So in this case, I know that for Hacker News, all the titles are within this CSS selector. If you're having false positives, you can always come back into the edit mode of this and then change the threshold. And this would allow you to not have that many false positives. But usually the default value, which is 1%, it's fine. Finally, if you want to activate or deactivate, you can just use this toggle or even set up a time frame where it should be active or not, which is especially useful, for example, if you are tracking some event that would have the prices released for in certain dates. So you just enable for that week, for example. So once we submit, that's it. You should receive an email confirming that your monitor was created. So you receive something like this. And after the determined interval that you set up, you should start receiving alerts if there are changes. So for Hacker News, for example, you have something like this. So I can see here that the King is making its default game engine open source, actually was at first, and then it just dropped to actually 4th position. And of course, this is not perhaps the best format, but it's actually something that might help you to identify the changes. You can always go straight to the link, but the idea is if you're, for example, tracking a price, you have everything in the summary of changes. And yeah, that's it. I hope that this helps you to monitor certain websites, being like personal or professionally. And yeah, thank you very much and see you.